Hi friend, I hope you're having the most amazing week and you're all well. Today I'm going to talk about 5 different pink plants, which is Not Phildendron Pink Princess. I know they're kind of the rave at the moment, and I think they're fantastic plants if you get a great specimen. Like you can get ones that have half moon pink leaves or ones that are fully pink leaves. They're absolutely gorgeous. But I've seen some that are really bad as well, where the actual leaves are like poo plants, where the leaves are actually, well, the color of poo. So I'm going to show you 5 different alternatives. The first one I have is this one here, which is a Calypso Pink Panther. It's absolutely gorgeous because it's tiny little pink leaves. And I think these ones here, they tend to grow towards the light. That's why this plant's kind of growing this direction here, because that's where my window is. And I love this plant because it's very easy to take care of. It's kind of like a succulent, and I only water it when the soil is completely dry. These days I have a soil meter, so I just stick it into the soil and they'll tell me if I need to water it or not. Because this plant, if it's overwatered, it is prone to root rot. And my first one, it did die from root rot because I overwatered it in winter. I love the fact that it's just the tiny little petite leaves that I think are more like a pinky purple color. Some of them are actually green as well, but it's absolutely beautiful. And I think it's great as a hanging basket as well, because you can see it's growing over the edges of the side. And then the next one I would recommend, the second one, is this one here, which is a very fast growing plant. This one here is a Tridescanthia tricolor. And this one here is absolutely beautiful. I have found a cutting of this in my garden and I planted it, and look at it now, it's like huge. So this plant is very easy to propagate and very easy to take care of. It's also another like beautiful plant as a trailing basket, but I've got it in this pot here. And I think it's got a few different other colors in it, like the white and the stripy leaves as well. But this plant is super fast growing, super easy to take care of. And then the next one I would recommend, which is another easy plant to take care of, is this tiny little cutie here, which is an Angelima. And this one here is called an Angelima Domino, I think it's called. And it has these pink little stripe in the middle, and that little dots on it. Can be pink if it's receiving enough sunlight. There's also other types of Angelima that are a lot more pink than this one here. So you got like something like a Spitfire, or you got something like a red Valentine, and they produce a lot of pink leaves. I love Angelima because they're slow growing, and I've got so many plants in my home now. I kind of sometimes like the plant to be taking a little bit longer to grow. And I also like the fact that these ones here can tolerate a little bit of underwatering, and they definitely don't like to be overwatered. But underwatering, these days I'm having trouble watering my plants because I've got over like 150 plants. So sometimes I forget to water some of the plants. And this one here, I found it's a little bit more tolerant of being underwatered. And this one here, I place in an area that receives a lot of medium bright indirect sunlight. And it's doing really well. So I bought this plant about 3 months ago, and I just think it's just absolutely adorable with its pink dots. And then the next one, well, you can't go by a pink plant without thinking with a Syngonium. So this is a neon Syngonium, which has its pink leaves. There's also other types of Syngonium, like the confetti, which has a lot of splashing of pink through the leaves. And also things like strawberry Syngonium. They're the strawberry Syngonium is very rare in Australia, but this one here, the neon Syngonium, I think it's relatively easy to purchase all around the world. And this one here, it has the full pink leaves. And I think I did a bit of research on this plant, and I found that if you put it in an area that receives a little bit more low light, it would tend to produce more pink on the leaves. And the final plant that I would recommend, which not everybody's a lover of this plant. I do love it because I love peperomia, and I tend to collect a lot of peperomia. It's this one here. I don't have a great specimen of this. This one here is a Pepperoni Pink Lady. Now with this plant here, if it has enough sunlight, the leaves will actually go pink, or if you get a great specimen of it, the leaves will come in pink. But it does have these pink stalks. Well, my one has the pink stalks there. I think some of the leaves are starting to go a little bit pink, like the inner leaves, if you can see that. But I'll put a picture up, and some of the actual great specimens of it are like fully pink. So I'm hoping maybe in the future my Pepperoni Pink Lady will actually go pink. But today it's looking more like a marbling sort of coloration to it. I still love her, so there's always hope in the future that she'll go pink. So that's my top 5 pink plants, which is Not Phildendron Pink Princess. What are your plants? What would you recommend that are pink? I love pink plants. I love colored plants. So I would love to read about it in the comments section down below. If you did like this kind of content, please help your planty girl out. Subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate your support. You all have an amazing day. I'll catch you next time in the next video. Bye.